It's my firm belief that death would bring me untold peace and freedom. That's my personal belief. If I died today, I would be free and I would be at peace.
Here we have some emotionally charged moments as ruthless female convicts react to life sentences. Erica Mae Butts and Shanita Latrice Cunningham. In the courtroom, Erica Mae Butts and Shanita Latrice Cunningham collapsed upon hearing they would spend the rest of their lives in prison for beating 3-year-old Serenity Richardson to death in 2009. The emotional verdict led to both women being carried out by court officials, and family members from both sides were in tears. Judge Dedra Richardson, visibly moved, mentioned that nothing had affected her as profoundly as the images of the little girl's battered body. Serenity's mother, Ishia Richardson, and Butts had been childhood best friends. Ishia had entrusted her daughter to stay with Butts at her godmother's home in Somerville for about 2 weeks in 2009. Butts admitted to Somerville police that she had whipped Serenity with a belt for urinating on the floor, and the child had fallen multiple times in the bathroom. Tatiana Fusari, a Kent County woman, Tatiana Fusari, found guilty of murdering her 10-month-old daughter, Mary Welch, was sentenced to life in prison without parole for charges of murder and child abuse. The sentencing took place in front of Kent County Judge Paul J. Denenfeld. Fusari's attorney stated in court that they would be appealing her case. In addition to the life sentence, Fusari will have to pay fines and court costs. During the proceedings, she did not offer any comments. Judge Paul Denenfeld, reflecting on the tragic case, expressed his difficulty understanding the parents' actions, stating, "I'm not sure that I'll ever understand what these parents were doing or thinking too. I guess I would have to say, literally watch their child starve to death." Fusari's husband, Seth Welch, was convicted in January 2020 of murder and first-degree child abuse in their daughter's death. Fusari had testified that she was abused and tortured by her husband, leaving her unable to care for Mary. Jodi Arias faced accusations of brutally killing her ex-boyfriend, Travis Alexander, in 2008, a trial that captivated media and public attention. The courtroom was filled with reporters and spectators eager to witness the unfolding drama. The prosecution argued that Arias murdered Alexander out of jealousy following the end of their troubled relationship. They presented compelling evidence, including graphic crime scene photos, bloody clothes, and DNA linking Arias to the murder. Arias maintained her innocence, taking the stand to defend herself. However, her narrative was riddled with complicated lies as she attempted to conceal her role in the crime. She claimed self-defense, alleging that she killed Alexander after he attacked her, but her story was inconsistent and lacked coherence. Emotions ran high throughout the trial, with both Arias and Alexander's families expressing grief and anger in the courtroom. Alexander's sister even confronted Arias, labeling her a lying, manipulative, sociopathic demon. The trial featured emotional testimonies from friends and family members of both Arias and Alexander, shedding light on their relationships with the accused and the victim. During a critical moment in the trial, Jodi broke down in tears while answering questions about the crime. When asked if she cried when shooting Alexander or cutting his throat, she responded with uncertainty. Ultimately, the judge sentenced Jodi to life in prison, emphasizing the cruelty and planning involved in the crime. The jury deliberated for days before delivering a guilty verdict for first-degree murder charges. Arias displayed her emotions, and many in the courtroom openly wept as the verdict was announced. Mitchell Blair. In a shocking court hearing, Mitchell Blair, accused of killing 2 of her children and storing their bodies in a freezer, seemed to admit to the murder during an emotional outburst. The hearing revolved around the potential loss of custody of her 2 surviving children. After her surviving son testified, Blair cried out, "Everybody wants to know, yes, I did kill her," as she was escorted out of the courtroom. The bodies of Blair's 2 children, 9-year-old son Stephen Barry and 13-year-old daughter Stony Blair, were discovered in a freezer in her Detroit home in March. The state alleges that they were killed in 2012 and 2013. One of Blair's surviving children detailed the abuse he endured at the hands of his mother, including physical beatings and burns. That concludes today's video. Like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Until next time.